Probably. So
us.
Stephen and I are gonna make a braised tomato, kind of bruschetta, kind of crostini.
Wow.
An amazing thing. It's gonna be outstanding.
Those look gorgeous.
And we're gonna use the mid-range olive oil for this, okay?
Mid-range. And now,
The mid-range.
why is that?
Well, we don't want to use the super fancy stuff until the very end. We'll finish with it. But the mid-range oil, when we toast our bread and when we braise the tomato, will still give us some flavor, right? It won't taste like nothing like the sunflower kind of cheap oil,
Right.
but it won't be super, super expensive and fancy. We'll save that for the end,
Yeah,
okay? So we still want to taste some olive oil.
Yeah, and save the money.
Save the money. And stop lying to yourself and your family.
Yeah.
You might as well just stop lying to everyone in your life.
Spoken like a mob boss.
Spoken like a true mob boss.
Bloody
So you see
man.
how, for like an appetizer size, I did a little fancy circle, but you could do the whole kind of country loaf like that if you want.
For, yeah.
But you could take a
meal
little
size.
mason
That's
jar
a very
lid,
smart idea.
make sure it's sharp before you go on live TV. Here, there you go. And Stephen's gonna help toast some of these up
Okay, put it back on
on
there.
the heat.
And so what do you do with all this?
Well, this you could turn into breadcrumb.
Oh.
You could turn into croutons after. Don't throw that
okay.
away. You can make a snack, whatever.
Okay.
But if you are entertaining two lovely ladies with prosecco, I want them to have a nice little vessel.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
neat, tidy, elegant.
Yeah.
But again, you could also just keep it like that.
Where
I
did you
can't
see that?
remember the last time I was in a kitchen and I was like, what do I do with all these extra carbs? I eat them. That's what I do.
Well, you know, I mean, if you saved that and ground it up and made your own breadcrumb, awesome thing to put on fresh pasta. Fresh
Oh.
breadcrumb is great with herbs, on fish,
Or
whatever.
slather some butter on it and eat it while you cook.
Or just
Yeah.
go for it.
Right?
I mean,
Shahir, I think this is
Yeah.
awesome that you're toasting it. So what will that do for the flavor? Because I've never done this step before.
Well, you know what? That's really going to soak into the bread, and the bread is becoming a vessel for this kind of mid-tier, decent olive oil.
Yeah.
It'll be rich. It'll be kind of, that's the fat in this recipe, quite frankly. It'll give us a crunch, so we have a textural contrast with the cheese and the tomato. So don't skimp out too much here, and you do want crispy, oily bread.
And for heaven's
It's a
sake,
delicious thing.
Fried bread. What can go wrong?
Fried bread, you can't go wrong.
absolutely nothing.
So I'm just gonna slice my tomatoes here. You can see I got all sorts of different colors here. And then I've got some sliced garlic. Aromatics, any aromatics you want, but pick a sturdy herb. Like
Which
here
one
I've got
is
some
that?
thyme,
Oh, that's time.
fresh thyme. We did that on your pizza the other day.
We did. I'm learning.
You're learning so
taught me
much?
What time was?
Little bit of
I
salt.
still didn't retain anything because I'm like, and what is that
Pepper.
again?
I think Andrew's just giving up. She just wants to
I
drink
just want
and
to
eat.
eat.
Yeah.
I just want to eat. I want to get to the eating part.
And then I'm gonna put a generous amount of olive oil. And here's the difference between braising and poaching. Braising means maybe I'll cover my tomatoes, half of the way up. If I was to poach a piece of fish or poach olive oil, it would be submerged in oil, which you can do. It's a great way to cook fish.
And we're still not using the cheap oil?
No, not here. Save your oil after we braise it. Save it and make a vinaigrette. Save it and use it again. Yes.
Oh, wow.
So it's not just a one and done. It will be infused for sure.
That's really smart. Because normally, you just dump it. Oh, that's
So
great.
then next thing you know, you'll have kind of a roasted tomato vinaigrette, and people say, wow, you're really something. And now you know the trick.
Yeah, getting lots of bang for our buck. in this
Bang
one.
for your buck.
Are these
Now look at
for-
these.
Are these for us to eat?
Absolutely.
Or can we share with
Get
the
into
audience?
it.
Can we share with the
Share.
audience?
Oh, share.
yeah.
Share.
Yes.
Look at these.
Who would like
You
to
want
share?
one? It smells so good and
Wow.
it's not fair.
Oh, look at those.
Oh, wow.
350, half an hour, 35 minutes kind of thing. And you got this crispy bread. Oh, this is incredible. Look at what happens with the tomatoes.
Look at those. Are you kidding me?
And look at the leftover oil, guys.
And that's the oil we're going to have a little salad with.
Save that.
today.
Make it into a vinaigrette.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Pasta, that'd be great on pasta.
Oh, yeah.
Tomato, olive oil.
It would be incredible on pasta.
And some of that. And then what's that cheese you have?
So now I've got a buffalo mozzarella here. Really high quality stuff. You can
And
just
like
tear
you
it.
just tear it.
Just tear it.
Gorgeous.
Little bit of basil, of course, at the end. And then that's when we come in with the fancy stuff. That's the real aromatic stuff that we smell. And be careful here. Don't go too crazy.
Just
the
a few
bread's
drops
already
of
kind
that.
of oily. Little drizzle.
That looks awesome.
Oh.
Look at that. Right?
What's
That looks
better?
like Such a good party appetizer.
I love it.
Beautiful,
You're the
beautiful.
vegetarian. You never get to
Okay,
eat
that's-
stuff.
I'm eating it.
Yeah.
Gorgeous, gorgeous.